Tommy, have you watched any summer league yet?
I just watched Chet and the Thunder. I watched the first game, and I was saying, I think I tweeted this afterwards. The Thunder need to be on national TV. They haven't released the schedule yet. They certainly haven't released the national TV schedule. The Thunder need to be on national TV way more this season because this team is going to be super fun to watch. What about you?
I watched a little bit of the Lakers last night. Max Christie and Hood Schifino both played well. Yeah, it's, it was coming off the abandoned golf trip, and then July 4th stuff. But I will be tuned in. Vegas Summer League starts tomorrow, and I will be tuned in. I'm calling the semifinal games on the 16th and the championship game on the 17th. So I will be out there with the 115-degree heat. Here, I did not know this, Tommy, and maybe I'm just an ignorant fool, but on DraftKings, you can bet for the Summer League MVP, which is incredible.
Of course.
It's just incredible. Like, first of all, you have to be a basketball sicko. You really do.
Sicko.
To really be tuned in to Summer League. And I actually think there's I've seen stuff on Summer League where it's like, it's not real. It's not the real NBA. You can't glean too much from Summer League. But sometimes you can. Like, sometimes I wanted to see Jalen Williams. I did watch some of the highlights from the other night. Jalen Williams with the ball in his hands more. I thought he's a guy. We talk about the Thunder being on national television. Just give me more Jalen Williams. Give me more of him.
Yeah.
And Julian Champagny, who right now for Summer League MVP is plus 2,500 for Summer League MVP. The field is plus 950 if you want to bet on that. And then we've got Scoot Henderson in there at plus 1,100, Kenneth Lofton Jr. at plus 3,000, Jaden Hardy at plus 2,500.
I like the Lofton Jr. one. He's a really fun dude to watch.
He's going to put up numbers.
Yeah.
I would assume Wembanyama plays a game or two, max. So we probably won't get a full 10 days of him. But yeah, I think there's a lot you can get out of it, both from, the perspective of being a fan and a spectator, but also as a player. I think the opportunity for a guy like Jaden Hardy to have the ball in his hands more. He showed some really good play towards the end of the season when he was in the rotation after the trade. And, I think he's a really talented guy, and he's going to have the opportunity. Jared Dudley gave a great response to a reporter's question about what he's looking for out of Jaden Hardy. And I think for any young guy, it's you got to look at it as like an opportunity to improve. Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes we've seen it. A good summer league can lead to a spot in the rotation or a big season in the same way that maybe not in the exact same way, but the same way that playing for USA basketball sort of gives you a leg up on the upcoming season. It's game experience, and I think that stuff is so important. I know we touched on Rookie of the Year a little bit last week, but I wanted to go back because I felt very dismissive of you.
You did.
When you said Chet Holmgren, and that wasn't a knock on Chet. That was not a knock on Chet. You just seem so sure of it. And I want to give you the opportunity now. He's at plus 450 to get Rookie of the Year. Right now, those are the third best odds after Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson. I want to give you the opportunity now to explain yourself of why you think Chet Holmgren will be Rookie of the Year this year.
I'm going to be clear. I don't think he's going to be Rookie of the Year this year. I think Victor is going to be Rookie of the Year. I think that there's zero chance that I would make that bet that Chet Holmgren is going to beat Victor for Rookie of the Year. I think Chet is going to be the runner-up to Rookie of the Year, and I think that he's going to put himself in a very strong position that if it was basically any other season and he was competing against anybody else, that he would win this award. And the basic reason I think people saw this from the first two games, and some of this was just like seeing him work out last summer and hearing guys work out with him since he's gotten back from the injury, is he just like competes like crazy on both ends. And I think defensively, I think he has 5 blocks so far in the first 2 games. I think he's going to be a force immediately. And I think it's also just going to be really interesting to see how he fits with Shea. But that team, he has better pieces around him than Victor does. So they're obviously going to win more games, and that's not going to matter that much, probably in terms of this particular award, but he's going to be put in a better position to succeed immediately. And so I basically think he's going to have a really good year. I'm not betting against Victor because the reason I'm betting against Victor is because Victor's going to play, knock on wood. I don't think there's nothing about his personality from the time we spent with him like that makes me think that he's playing 30 games and they're shutting him down. And so if this guy plays 65, 70 games, he's, we don't know, but it's hard to bet against him.
Yeah. The one player that could be directly affected in all of this, and likely will be, let's just say it, because Dame has officially requested the trade. Portland's talking, like Scoot Henderson, depending on the package coming back, right? And which players come back. Like if it is Tyler Hero that comes back, like Tyler Hero is going to have the ball in his hands, going to take a lot of shots, but depending on the package that comes back, Scoot Henderson could be a guy that puts up monster numbers for a rookie next year. Now, I don't think Portland is going to be good, nor do I think that the Spurs necessarily will be good and be a playoff team, which is why the Chet Holmgren thing is interesting, because I think there's an expectation here that the Oklahoma City Thunder are at least in the play-in and probably have a winning record next season. And of course, Shea is going to impact that. Both Jalen Williams are going to impact that. Josh Giddey, of course. But if Chet, if he checks out in some of these advanced analytics things, and all of a sudden the Thunder are, 46-36, he's going to have a real opportunity, barring just a 20-10-4 from Wembanyama or an 18-9-5 from Scoot Henderson. Like he's going to have an opportunity. He'll be in the thick of things, I think, for Rookie of the Year. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up with code JJ. New customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code JJ. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net in partnership with Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. All games regulated by the West Virginia Lottery. Please play responsibly. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 and over in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/basketball terms.